For today's 15-minute express class, what we're going to do is we're going to focus pretty much on the glutes for the whole class. We're going to do a load of glute work in this. We'll do a little bit of ab work and explain why we're doing that just at the start as part of the warm-up. But pretty much the whole class is going to be on the glutes. We will need a roller for this class, or if you have a ball, it'll be great. If not, you can do it without the roller, but you find this one is difficult. So we'll get on to our back to start. First, we're going to do is just rest our head and end the block. We're just going to do a small little blend of ab work to start with. So we're just going to imprint the spine and relax. And imprint and relax, imprint and relax, two more, and relax, and the last one, imprint and hold. So our warm-up this week is focusing on the lower abs. So spine is imprinted, legs are to tabletop, and small little taps off the mat. So the reason we're working our abs as part of this warm-up is we're starting to get the glutes activated by working the abs with these imprints. It seems a little bit strange, but your pelvis is like a seesaw, and your abs are at the front on top, and your glutes are on the opposite side on the bottom. And if you want to tilt the seesaw one way, the abs contract with the glutes. And if you want to tilt it the other way, those muscles relax, and their antagonistic muscles, the hip flexors on the front and the paravertebrals on the back, contract. So that's why we're starting with a few toe taps to get ourselves warmed up, to get the abs working, which will help to facilitate the glutes. The abs will help to facilitate the glutes to work. So keeping the back imprinted all the time. And you can come to some two-leg taps as well. And one last one, shoulders are relaxed. And then bring the feet down onto the mat. We're going to grab the roller and 2 feet on top of the roller to start with. You can start with the hands by the side, hands on the ribs, or hands across the chest. Now, the reason we did a few of those imprints at the start was just to get the pelvis to rock back and forward. And as we do the bridges, I want you to imagine imprinting the spine, but really exaggerated, tucking the hips underneath the body, rolling the pelvis back, and lifting the hips up. And then as you come back down, the upper vertebrae touch first, and like a wave, the rest of the vertebrae come down, one at a time. So your spine isn't lifting straight up, it's curling its way up as it lifts up off the mat, and then back down. So our warm-up this week isn't so much about loosening the spine, it's more about activating different sets of muscles. And then back down, keeping the shoulders relaxed. Remember, hands can be wherever you want them to be. And then back down, one more. And then down. Perfect. You're sliding off the mat like I am. Fix yourself. We're going to come back, right foot onto the roller, hands by the side, left knee to the chest, and lift and lower. We're going to go for 10. 2, 3, remember that knee comes up overhead, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10, and then rest back down. I'm going to switch legs, so the left foot is on the roller now, right knee comes in towards the chest, hands by the side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10, and then back down. You find as the knee is into the chest, you don't have to imprint the spine every time. As the knee comes in, the thigh starts to block the pelvis and pushes it into an automatic imprint. So you don't have to think about scooping the hips under as much with these exercises. Back onto the right foot, hands on the ribs this time, resting the head in the block, shoulders relaxed, and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And again, switch legs. Back onto the left foot, right knee to the chest this time. And again, we're going to go for 10. Remember, the knee comes in on arc overhead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. And then back down. Back onto the right foot again, shifting side to side. This time we have an option. We're going to try and bring 2 hands across the chest. If you feel a little unsteady, with the right foot on the roller, you can bring the left elbow onto the mat with the left hand on the ribs. But if we can get to 2 hands across the chest, we'll go for that. So I'll start left hand on the ribs, right hand across the chest, left knee to the chest, imprint and lift, and lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can cross the hands over if you feel steady. 6, 7, so 2 elbows are up. 8, 9, and keep the body moving up down a straight line. 10, and then back down. And let's switch back now. Left foot onto the roller, keep the roller in nice and close to the hips. Left hand's across the chest, right hand's on the ribs with the elbow digging to the mat, and right knee to the chest. And then imprint and lift, and lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a little shake here on this side. 6, cross the hands over. 7, 8, 9, one more, 10, and then back down. Perfect. Leave the roller down to the side, and we're going to roll over onto our side for the next ones. We're going to come into some side planks. So, elbow below the shoulder, line the back up with the back of the mat, and remember the elbow is just slightly closer to the hip to start with. First thing we do is we lift the ribs up off the mat. So you have a nice straight line coming down through our chest, down through the abdomen. So don't let the ribs hang down, lift them up nice and high like that, and then lift the hips up and back down. 1, 2, top hand can go on your hip. 3, or it can come down on the mat. 4, if it's on the mat, keep the palm flat, don't be up on the fingertips. 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10, and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then rest the hips back down. The next one, you can bend the knees if you want, or you can keep them straight. We're going to come up into the side plank again, and we're going to be lifting the top leg up and down and into some circles. So we're going to run through our side series. So I'll be nice to myself, I'm going to start in the knee today. So a nice straight line down the body, so lift the ribs up, and if you're looking from the side, a straight line as well, so push the hips forward. Lift the hips up, and the top leg up and down for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then rest the hips back down. We're going to run through the small circles next, clockwise and anti-clockwise, big circles clockwise and anti-clockwise, and cycling forward and back. So as I said, if you want to come from the knee instead of from the foot, do that. We've got a lot more to go through. Pinch the shoulders back again. Again, hips come forward, lift the ribs up, lift the hips up, and lift the leg 6 inches so it's parallel to the floor. Circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep the pelvis still. 8, 9, 10. Change directions. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest the legs and rest the hips down. Next one is big circles, and you want to be careful the hips don't come back and forward. So again, push the hips forward slightly, nice straight line down the side of the body. Get the upper arm comfortable. Pinch the shoulder blades, lift the ribs, lift the hips, and kick the leg forward, up, back and down. 1, 2, so be sweeping along the floor as you come forward. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10, change directions, keep the hips up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest the legs, rest the hips down. Give the shoulder a little rest for a second. We've got one last one to do on the side. We're going to cycle forward and back, and we're going to keep the shin parallel to the floor. All these exercises are aimed to work the glute med on the top, the glute med and the glute min on the bottom, and the obliques on the bottom. So the next session we turn over is going to be hard because this side's already going to be tired. So back up onto the shoulder. Pinch the shoulders back again. Again, bend the bottom knee if you want. Straight line down through the chest and abdomen. Lift the hips up. Top leg up so it's parallel to the floor. And cycle forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep that shin parallel all the time. 6, hips forward, 7, 8, 9, 10, and backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then rest back down. We're going to come down onto our side for the next one. So rest the head on your block, hand underneath it, bend the knees. We're going to keep the top hand on the pelvis, keep the pelvis still. We're going to lift the knee and lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Make sure the pelvis doesn't move. 10. Rest back down. I'm going to turn over onto the opposite side now. And again, same thing. Straight line down the back of the mat. All the way down. Resting on the side. Again, lift the ribs up off the mat so we have a nice straight line coming down through the body. Top hand onto the hip. Now remember, this side's going to be harder because we've already used the bottom leg, the left leg for me, in lifting the leg up and down the right side. I'm going to keep the legs straight for the first one. I'm going to lift the hips up and down for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest the hips back down. We're going to bend the knees. Again, you can keep them straight if you want, but I'm going to bend the knees here. Make sure the shoulder is below, or the elbows below the shoulder, but a little bit closer towards the hips. So it's on a little bit of a slant. Push the hips forward, lift the ribs up, straighten the top leg. We're going to lift and hold the hips and lift the top leg for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rest the hips back down. Next one, little circles. Clockwise and anti-clockwise, 10 each. Pinch the shoulder blades back. Lift the ribs, lift the hips, top leg up parallel to the floor. 1, 2, push the hips forward. 3, 4, so we're a straight line. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep the pelvis still, change directions. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest the legs and rest the hips down. It's going to feel a little bit more tired on this side. As I said, we run through it. Next one's big circles. As you do these, sweep the leg forward, up and back. But bring the leg forward along the floor for a little bit at the start. Really get the legs stretching in front. Pinch the shoulder blades, lift the ribs, hands onto the top hip, or hand on the mat, whichever you want. Lift the hips up and big circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, change directions. 9, 8, 7, big circles. 6, legs getting heavy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest the hips and rest down. Give the shoulders a little rest for a second. Lie down flat on the side or rest the head onto the hand. We've got cycling forward and back, and then we're going to do a little bit of the clams to work the glute med a little bit more, and then we're finished with that. So, back up onto the elbow. Nice straight line again. Hips are forward, so when you look from the side, straight line. Lift the ribs up, lift the hips up, top leg parallel to the floor, and cycle forward. 1, 2. Keep that shin parallel to the floor the whole time. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest the legs down. Flat down onto your side. Hand underneath the headrest. Bend the knees. Heels are in line with the hips along the back of the mat. Hand onto the top of the pelvis, keep the pelvis still and lift the top knee and down. 1, 2, all the movement comes in the hip joint here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rest back down and we'll have a rest there. Now, that's our express class for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Very glutes focused, so it might be a little bit sore for a day or so, but that's normal. See you next week. Bye bye.